What's up, guys? Let's talk about TikTok. And if you're ready to turn your TikTok into profitable and the hottest spot all around, you've come to the right place. Let's dive in. Listen up, because this is huge. You have literally 2 seconds to make a first impression on TikTok. 2 seconds. That's all the time you get to convince someone to stop scrolling and pay attention to what you have to say. People scroll through their FYP faster than a cheetah on a sugar rush. It's a fast-paced world out there and you need to keep up. If your video doesn't grab them instantly, they're gone. They won't give you a second chance. You need a hook. Something so attention-grabbing that it stops those thumbs from scrolling. It has to be immediate and impactful. Imagine I started this video just standing here saying, "Hey guys, today we're talking about TikTok." You'd probably lose interest in a heartbeat. Boring. You'd click away faster than I could say subscribers. And that's the last thing we want. But what if I started the video by saying, "I'm giving away $10,000 to one person who comments on this video." Now you're interested, right? That's the kind of hook we're talking about. That's the power of a good hook. It grabs attention and makes people want to stick around. So how do you create a hook that's going to stop people in their tracks? Easy. It's all about being bold and creative. Start with a bold statement, a question that makes people want to know the answer, or a visual shocker that makes them do a double take. Think outside the box. Instead of starting with a boring intro like, "Here's my morning routine," try something like, "I haven't slept in 24 hours. Here's why," or "This one trick will change your life." Make it intriguing. Remember, you want to create curiosity and intrigue. Make them feel like they're missing out if they don't watch. Make people feel like they have to watch to see what happens next. That's the secret to keeping them hooked. Alright, so you've hooked your viewers with an epic intro. Now what? Time to show the TikTok algorithm you're serious about this whole creator thing. And how do you do that? Consistency, my friends. Consistency is key. Think of it like training for a marathon. You wouldn't just run once a week and expect to win, right? You need to build up your stamina and strength. You gotta put in the work, day after day. Consistent effort leads to improvement. TikTok is the same way. The algorithm favors those who show up regularly. Posting once a week just won't cut it. You need to be more present. You gotta aim for 4 to 7 times a week minimum. This keeps your audience engaged and coming back for more. I know that sounds like a lot, but it's manageable with the right strategy. But trust me, the more consistent you are, the more the algorithm will reward you. Your engagement will increase. Here's another tip: batch record your content. It's a game changer. Spend a day or two filming a bunch of videos at once. This saves time and keeps you ahead. That way, you've got a whole library of TikToks ready to go. And you don't have to worry about filming every single day. It's all about working smarter, not harder. So show up, be consistent, and watch your growth skyrocket. The effort you put in now will pay off in the long run. We all know that feeling. You hear a catchy song on TikTok and suddenly you're hearing it everywhere. That's the power of trending sounds. Using trending audio is like hopping on a rocket ship to the For You page. It dramatically increases your chances of getting discovered by new viewers. But here's the thing, just using a trending sound isn't enough. Everyone else is doing that too. You gotta make it your own. Add your unique twist, your own flavor to the mix. Think of it like this: the trending sound is the canvas, but you're the artist. It's your job to turn that blank canvas into a masterpiece. Use voiceovers, add unexpected visuals, or write humorous captions that make people laugh out loud. Get creative, think outside the box, and don't be afraid to be different. Hashtags and captions. They're like the secret sauce to TikTok success. They can make or break your video's reach and engagement. Use them right, and you'll be swimming in views, likes, and comments. Use them wrong, and your video might as well be invisible, lost in the vast sea of content. So let's break it down. First up, hashtags. They're more than just trendy words. They're your ticket to discoverability. Don't just go throwing any old hashtag into the mix. Random hashtags can dilute your message and confuse the algorithm. You want a strategic blend of trending and niche-specific hashtags. This combination helps you tap into broader trends while reaching your specific audience. Think of it like fishing. You need the right bait to attract the right kind of fish. The hashtags are your bait. Use 1 to 2 trending hashtags to get in on the action, and then reel in your target audience with 3 to 5 niche hashtags that are relevant to your content. This balance ensures you're seen by both a wide and targeted audience. For example, if you're making a video about the best pizza in New York City, you might use hashtags like #pizza, #NYCfoodie, #PizzaLover, #BestPizzaEver, and #NewYorkCity. These hashtags cover both broad and specific interests. Now let's talk about captions. Captions are your chance to add context and personality to your video. Your caption is your chance to hook viewers even further and make them want to watch your video until the very end. It's like the cherry on top of your content. Instead of just stating the obvious, use your caption to tease the story, ask a question that sparks conversation, or create a sense of mystery. This keeps viewers engaged and curious. Here are a few examples. Instead of "just made the most delicious cookies," try something like, "Wait for it. These cookies are about to change your life." This creates anticipation. Or, instead of "My dog is so cute," try "You won't believe what this little guy did today." This adds an element of surprise and intrigue. Humans are hardwired to love stories. It's how we connect with each other, how we make sense of the world. And guess what? You can tell a story even in the shortest of TikToks. That's right, even in 15 seconds you can create a beginning, middle, and end that will leave people wanting more. Think of your TikTok like a mini-movie. You need a clear beginning that sets the scene, a middle that builds tension or intrigue, and an end that provides a satisfying resolution, or a cliffhanger that keeps people hooked. Share a personal experience, create a quick how-to tutorial, document a transformation, or simply capture a funny moment from your day. The key is to create an emotional connection with your viewers, make them laugh, make them cry, make them feel something. Trends on TikTok are like shooting stars. They burn bright but fade away quickly. You snooze, you lose. To truly capitalize on the power of trends, you gotta be quick, you gotta be nimble, you gotta be an early adopter. The key is to stay ahead of the curve. To be the first one on the dance floor when a new song comes on. How do you do that? Simple. Make the TikTok Discover page your new best friend. Check it daily, multiple times a day if you have to. And keep your finger on the pulse of what's hot and what's not. Once you spot a trend that's starting to gain traction, don't overthink it, just go for it. You've created some awesome content, you're posting consistently, you're jumping on trends. Now it's time to build a community around your content. Because at the end of the day, TikTok is all about connection and engagement. Think of it like this. You wouldn't throw a party and then just hide in a corner, right? You'd mingle with your guests, chat with them, get to know them. Your TikTok account is your party, and your followers are your guests. So engage with them. Respond to comments, answer questions, even stitch responses to create a conversation. The more you interact with your audience, the more invested they'll become in your content. Alright, now it's time to talk about editing, because, let's be real, even the most amazing content can fall flat if the editing is boring. The key to editing for TikTok is to keep it snappy, dynamic, and attention-grabbing. Remember those 2 seconds we talked about earlier, the ones where you have to hook your viewers? The same principle applies to editing. You need to constantly be doing something to keep people engaged, to prevent those thumbs from scrolling away. Use jump cuts to keep the pace moving, zoom in on important details, add captions and text overlays to emphasize key points, and experiment with different transitions and effects. Your videos should look good, but more importantly they should be engaging and easy to watch. Cut out any unnecessary footage, get straight to the point, and don't be afraid to experiment until you find your own unique editing style. In a world of filters and perfectly curated feeds, authenticity is more important than ever. People want to connect with real people, not just faceless accounts. So don't be afraid to show your face, let your personality shine through, and let people get to know the real you. Think about the creators you follow on TikTok. Chances are, they're the ones who aren't afraid to be themselves, the ones who are relatable, genuine, and authentic. They're not afraid to laugh at themselves, to show their flaws, to be human. Use your face, your voice, your unique perspective to connect with your audience on a deeper level. Here's the thing about TikTok. What works today might not work tomorrow. The algorithm is constantly changing, trends come and go, and audience preferences evolve. That's why it's so important to track your progress, analyze your results, and use that data to inform your content strategy. Think of it like being a detective. You need to gather clues, analyze the evidence, and use that information to solve the case. Your TikTok analytics are your clues. They tell you what's working, what's not working, and what you can do to improve. Check your analytics weekly, if not daily. Double down on what's working, experiment with new ideas, and don't be afraid to pivot your strategy based on the data. That's a wrap on the 10 power moves for growing your TikTok in 2025. Which tip will you try first? Drop a fire emoji in the comments if you're serious about growing. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more creator growth hacks every week.